Thank you to today's sponsor, Skillshare. Do you ever feel like wonder is all too rare in today's world? One of the few things that's actually hard to come by in this age of same-day deliveries? Today, I'm going to show you how to romanticize your life and self-care like you live in a Studio Ghibli movie. Because in these movies, wonder is everywhere. It's found in a fried egg, a package delivery, in choosing to tend to our lives with attention and kindness. And though, tragically, I can't bequeath you a flying broom, nor summon a great furry guardian to wait with you in the rain, today I am going to show you the practical actions you can take to romanticize the mundane through applying 3 basic principles: presence, connection, and rest. Let's begin. So you might think that standing against the epic, magical, and fantastical backdrops of Ghibli's fantasy worlds, mundane tasks like doing laundry, eating soup, or commuting on a train would appear incredibly dull. Yet these are some of the most iconic and profound scenes in Ghibli history. Because these moments remind us that when we are intentionally present, life itself is beautiful. One of the most magical qualities of Ghibli films is their ability to find the beauty in the ordinary. By adopting the eye of a photographer, an artist, an animator, we can transform the mundane into the magical. It's all about presence and perception, choosing to look for the beauty that's already around us. In the simplest of moments, like pouring yourself a glass of milk, there is so much wonder and beauty available to us if we have the eyes to see it. So let's talk about 3 areas of our lives we can romanticize through presence: seeking daily adventure, our work, and our meals. Amidst the busyness of our daily routines, adventure sometimes feels like something reserved for holidays. But we can choose to infuse our everyday lives with curiosity and discovery. It starts with a mindset shift, choosing to see every day as an opportunity to explore, to try something new, even if it's in the smallest of ways. Letting yourself be curious, allowing yourself to explore the unknown and step out of your comfort zone to make every day just a little bit more magical. It's not just about going on grand adventures. It's about seeing this world through fresh eyes and staying open to the possibilities around us. And it's certainly not about comparison. Find the kind of adventure that works for you. Even if you're kind of a homebody like I am, adventure is still out there waiting for you. Though sadly, I can't guarantee blimps, flying pigs, or cat buses will be involved. So here are a few practical ways you can bring adventure into your daily life. Try making a regular practice of trying something new every day. Do your makeup in a different style. Eat something you've never had before. Practice having micro-adventures. On the way home, take a different route. Visit a bookstore. Wander through a park. Try taking up a new hobby or creative pursuit you've never tried before. And if you're looking to learn a new creative skill, today's sponsor, Skillshare, is the perfect place to start. So lately, I've been obsessed with the idea of sewing my own clothes and costumes, because sometimes I just want to dress like a 1,000-year-old celestial wizard, and it's hard to find that at the thrift store. But my sewing skills are negligible. So I've been taking Denise Bayron's Sewing Basics, Make Your Own Clothing class, which has taught me things that I didn't know I needed to know, like how if you hold your threads before you start stitching, you won't have to rethread the needle every 5 seconds. Denise's calm, clear teaching style has made my dream feel totally doable. And I haven't made a wizard robe yet, but I did make this waistcoat.
Honestly though, as a self-taught artist, I have used Skillshare for years to study art, illustration, sculpting, creative business, and more.
So if you're looking to embark on a creative adventure,
Skillshare has you covered. And the first 500 people who join with my link in the description
or scan the QR code
will get a free 1-month trial. So go have fun learning new skills.
Next up, let's talk about finding wonder in meals.
Okay, we all know that the food in Studio Ghibli films is legendary. But it's not just that it's aesthetically pleasing as heck. The food in these films is also a source of grounding. In one of the most relatable moments in film history, Chihiro eats a rice ball that Haku gives her, shoving it mindlessly into her mouth, and starts bawling. Eating food in that stressful, difficult situation forces her to slow down and engage with the present moment, and allows her to begin processing what she's experiencing. It's a painful, tear-jerking moment, but it's a necessary one. Cooking and eating can center us and ground us, even when life feels paralyzing. So here are some ideas to romanticize meals. Pack a special picnic with all your favorite treats and find a beautiful spot outdoors to savor every bite. Spend time not only making the food taste good, but also look beautiful. Try cooking a nostalgic meal, something maybe from your childhood or a special memory. Make a habit of eating mindfully. Sit down, light an unscented candle, use nice dishes, put away your phone, put away screens, and focus on the sensations and experience of eating and fully being in that moment.
Moving on to the last piece of the present section, let's talk about finding delight in our work.
Studio Ghibli's films show us that work, no matter how mundane or challenging,
can be a place of wonder and delight.
Think of Sophie cleaning Howl's castle, or Arrietty and her family collecting and crafting everything that they need. Wherever you can, look for the beauty and delight in what you're doing. Maybe it's not something fun, like maybe you don't enjoy taking out this stinky organics bin or doing data entry. And that's fine, but you can still find the pleasure and satisfaction that comes with having made a cleaner kitchen or an organized spreadsheet. Here are some ideas to try bring a little more presence and wonder into your work. Next time you do chores, open the windows, put on an outfit you feel great in, and rather than rushing to get out of this moment and on to the next thing, savor the experience. Be present in what you're doing.
If getting enough exercise and going to the gym feels like a chore to you, find activities and movement types that bring you joy, like whether that's dancing around your living room, teaching yourself to do handstands, or foraging for mushrooms in the forest, and let movement be something delightful and enjoyable.
During a shift at work, focus on being as present as possible. Immerse yourself into the sensory experience of what you're doing, the tangible feelings of clicking your fingers against the keyboard of whatever it is you're doing. And lastly, create a beautiful environment in which to work. Now, of course, this depends on where you work, but if you can, bring in flowers, add a pretty little decoration, tidy up your space and keep it organized. Whatever you can do to make the space in which you are working more enjoyable and relaxing to be in. Hayao Miyazaki, forgive me if I've butchered the pronunciation, has said that his films aim to comfort you, to fill in the gap that might be in your heart or your everyday life. In our epidemic of loneliness, that gap is often the absence of everyday connections. We are taught to prize independence and self-sufficiency, needing help, living in connection, being an inconvenience to someone else. These run counter to our culture. And in the worlds of Ghibli, connection isn't just between people, it reaches to nature too. So if you want life to feel like a Studio Ghibli movie, then care for yourself by connecting with others and with nature. Let's look at some fun ways that you can do that. Nature plays such a prominent role in many, many Studio Ghibli movies, and there are a lot of themes around environmentalism and humanity's relationship with nature. And we see a lot of moments of connection between Ghibli characters and the natural world in different ways, like in Nausicaa's bond with the Ohm, or Mei and Satsuke's relationship with Totoro, a forest spirit. Personally, I believe that connection with nature is one of the most essential things for human flourishing that our society is vastly missing out on. So here are some fun Ghibli-inspired ways you can connect with nature. Make it a quest to find the largest tree in your area. Take a pair of binoculars and/or a magnifying glass into the forest and look closely at the tiny, tiny little worlds as if you were Arietti's size. Find a nearby grassy hill and lie down on your back and look at the clouds. Study bugs and observe insects. And if you're like me and you're usually grossed out by insects, try having an attitude instead of curiosity and watch them from a safe distance. Next, let's talk about connecting with others. In Studio Ghibli films, kindness often leads to connection, which leads to care. In Spirited Away, Chihiro begins her journey timid and alone. But as her arc progresses, she offers help to a squashed soot sprite, kindness to No Face, and a willingness to endure the stink of the polluted river spirit to help it find relief. And she doesn't just give help, she also accepts help from others like Haku and Lin when she can't fix things alone. So if you want life to feel like a Studio Ghibli movie, cultivate that same spirit. Open your hands to give help freely and to receive it. Here are some Ghibli-inspired ideas how you can do that. Offer to help someone with a task that they can't do on their own or have been putting off, like setting up a doctor's appointment, gardening, organizing their house, running errands. Surprise a friend with a small, thoughtful gift for no reason, like a handmade bookmark inspired by their favorite book, or a favorite snack of theirs. In your purse, in your bag, keep a little collection of things you can give away, like packaged snacks, packs of tissues, hand wipes, encouraging notes. Keep this on your person so you can share spontaneously with friends or strangers who might be in need. Volunteer. This is an obvious one, but offer an hour or two to a local food pantry or an animal shelter, community garden. This is a wonderful way to support a cause you care about, give back to your community, and also build friendships and connections. And the last section we're going to talk about today is finding intentional rest. One of the most noticeable defining features that sets apart Studio Ghibli films from most Western storytelling is their ability to slow down to a complete stop and pause, yet remain absolutely gripping. They fixate your attention on the smallest, most ordinary of things, like the falling of raindrops, the lapping of waves against the shore, a meal shared, or a long train ride. Of this stillness, Miyazaki said in an interview in 2012, "We have a word for that in Japanese. It's called ma, emptiness. It's there intentionally. If you have non-stop action with no breathing space at all, it's just busyness. ... You just get numb." And aren't we? In my very Western, very limited understanding, ma is similar to negative space, or the rest between notes in a piece of music. Yet it's also much more than that. As Miyazaki indicated, in Japanese culture, ma isn't just an artistic technique. It's a 3,000-year-old principle necessary to the flourishing of life. Stillness is something we rarely celebrate as a society, and something we rarely allow ourselves anymore. How tragic is it that these quiet moments of life simply lived feel almost radical to us. But in the world of Ghibli films, rest is not passive. It's not a lack of something. It is a vital act of living, and true relaxation requires intentionality. So let's look at some fun ways we can practice stillness and regain rest. Obviously, nap like Totoro. Find a comfortable, relaxing place where you can lie down and just rest. Maybe don't even set an alarm. Maybe have the window open next to you. Maybe set up a hammock outside. Float like Ponyo. It can be beautiful to just go out in the water, lie on your back, and float, staring up at the sky. This can be such a peaceful experience. Brew a pot of your favorite tea and drink it slowly, savoring every sip without multitasking. Spend some time in either your own garden, a friend's garden, or a public garden, enjoying the beautiful flowers, the plants, studying them, comparing the different petals, the different blossoms, and enjoying the smells and colors and the experience. And, you know, if it's winter and everything is under 5 feet of snow, maybe there's an indoor garden nearby. You don't need to live in a Studio Ghibli movie to find wonder in every moment. It's already there, glimmering just beneath the surface. Slow down, look closer, be present in the mundane, connected to others, and allowing yourself the rest you need. Live with intention, choose to be kind, and look for the beauty that's all around you, even in the hard moments. Thank you so much for watching this video. I love Ghibli films, in case you couldn't tell. I really hope that it helps you and adds a little bit of a fun adventure to your life. I'm also so grateful to all of you because this was our first sponsored video. And that is thanks to you guys. Your engagement and your comments have been the reason that this channel has been able to grow so much quicker than I ever imagined, and have been so inspiring for me to keep making videos and keep putting myself out there on the internet. Next up, I have a fantasy costume / crafting project that I'm really excited to get to work on and share with you guys. So please subscribe if you're interested in that, and if you're interested in more content about living whimsically and creatively and fantasy lifestyle. And please share in the comments, if you feel so inclined, what is one thing that you do to make your life more wonderful and whimsical and live like a Studio Ghibli character. And I would also love to know what's everyone's favorite Ghibli movie. Ponyo, Kiki, and Nausicaa are probably my top 3, but it is very hard to narrow that down. I hope you have a gloriously creative rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.
Awesome.